Namaste, I am Shiva Swati and I am making this video to pass the message from God about the education system, because the education system is at top priority now for God. Education is the only way to create a peaceful society. If education is correct, violence would reduce in society. Right now, violence has been increasing in society since the past 200 years when mass education system has taken over. It has led to extreme unrest. Only about 10% of the people have been gaining, while 90% of the people have been feeling sacrificed and compromised. So education system has to be such that the 90% of people feel better about learning, not just the 10%. And people become more creative than angry with their everyday life. So creativity has to be taught within the education system, and positivity has to be taught within the education system. You can't have an education system which is only teaching theoretical subjects and expecting the application to come by its own. The education system by itself has to be such that the application is focused on more than the theory. For example, if you are teaching English, the focus needs to be on spoken English than on by-hearting rules of grammar. The focus needs to be on teaching them what not to speak, like where not to apply the article, where not to apply the, where not to apply a, where to apply an. No, these are colloquial words. The focus does not need to be on learning the definition of a noun or a pronoun or past tense, present tense. The application has to be focused, because people do not apply automatically. The application does not come simply by the focus on theory. By learning the alphabet, you don't start speaking the alphabet, but if you do sight reading, you don't need to learn the alphabet at all. You can simply read without actually knowing the different parts of the alphabet. So basically, the education system has to be more easy than the way it is being taught now. It has to be much more easy. Like right now, the education system is like, you're trying to catch the nose from behind, and you can never catch it. But the education system needs to be such that you can simply catch the nose like this. What's so difficult about it? So right now, education system is teaching happiness by, you are trying to attain happiness by success, and it never comes. Happiness should come directly. This is happiness. You don't need to be successful to be happy. You can simply be happy directly. And there are several people who do not desire success, who do not desire to be a celebrity. There are life plans which are made to be simply peaceful and calm, and learn patience, or learn perseverance, or learn meditation, or learn art, music, dance. So they don't desire other people to recognize them or to be successful in the conventional manner. All they desire is an expression to do their own work as a soul. And the education system has become so competitive now that everybody is taught the same things, and everybody has to excel in the same things. It's like you're creating monkeys, you're creating apes, that the best person who memorizes the same things out of 100 will get the first. It is not that you're teaching creativity at all. You're asking everyone to be same, like robots. And this creates a lot of aggression in society. People are becoming so suppressed and feeling so subjugated that they rebel, and they feel that our unique talents are not recognized at all, and we are only asked to be robots and do what everyone else does. And as a result, they rebel and they become angrier than becoming more peaceful with the education system. So in the education system, positive thinking has to be taught as a subject. You need, like, this book has 75 exercises on positive thinking, teaching positive thinking. These exercises, and there are several others, there are thousands of exercises available now on how to be positive, because it is no longer a trial and error solution. Like in earlier days, focus was on teaching philosophy, and science was trial and error. And so now science has become the core focus, and happiness has become trial and error. So happiness cannot be acquired through trial and error. Happiness is a scientific process. It can only be manifested by continuously focusing on being happy from moment to moment. And when you are happy from moment to moment, you suddenly manifest lots of happiness and different kinds of happiness and different kinds of creativity. And to be happy from moment to moment, children should be allowed to be happy in their daily lives. They should not be pressurized to learn things or to buy hard things or to perform in dance or sports. If they want to do it, fine. If they don't want to do it, the focus should be on them being happy. School subjects need to be reduced to teaching positive thinking, good communication, and basic maths, language, English. We don't need 100 formulas in chemistry in class 7th, or we don't need how the different parts of a leaf, how many parts, organs the frog has. These things are completely unnecessary. Children feel wasted and children feel very unhappy learning all this. There will be a few children who would be interested in science, maybe 1 out of 10%, and only this 10% would gain from such a cumbersome syllabus. Rest of them would be like feeling sacrificed all the time. And more than teaching vocational skills are very important, but people are unable to teach them in a way that they can be applied in everyday life. Again, theory becomes more important. If you go to learn dance also in a school or in a college, in 4 years, in 2 years, they would be teaching only theory, and the fees is so high, and so much time goes in learning theory. And these children, the poor children especially, they are malnutritioned. They do not have so much oxygen supply going to the brains. They do not have nourishment going to the brains. Expecting them to learn theory and do well in theory is completely impractical. Instead of that, you can teach actual applied skills where they are so motivated to learn. Like children are motivated to dance but not learn the theory about it. Children are motivated to cook but not learn the steps of cooking. It's like teaching cycling in a theory. You'll never learn it. So at least in the vocational skills, the theory should be minimized to 10% or 5%, and 95% should be on, the focus should be on application. And even if a person does not pass in theory but passes in application, he should be allowed to teach, as long as the teaching can be generalized. And also in generalization, you cannot generalize to a level where creative talent is completely suppressed. You can only generalize to a level where individual talent is allowed to grow. The education system is the main focus of God, because education has been a reason why violence has increased in societies since the past 200 years. Education has been completely misused by people who are good in studies, to suppress people who are not good in studies, and later these people who are suppressed go on to suppress the educated class when they become rich and powerful, only to vent out their anger. So we see a celebrity population now which has nothing to do with education. They are only dancing and singing, and they are so restless all the time, and they are on drugs, on alcohol, on prostitution, and all this is allowed as long as they have money. Nobody judges them. So when you are not judging people once they have money, why judge them when they don't have money? Why are you judging people on the basis of money when money does not give happiness to even the people who earn them? You have to, if you can judge people on the basis of their health, so that the society is less burdened, or on the basis of their peacefulness, so that society has good people working who are not aggressive, if you have to judge. But otherwise, judgment by itself is a outproduct of education, and it is definitely not needed. Exams can be taken on the go while you are learning the subjects. You can give the exams on a daily basis. You don't need to by heart for the exam or put special time. That means when you are by hearting for the exam, that you are not learning other times. When the syllabus is being taught, you are not learning. You are separately learning when you are by hearting for the exam. So that should not be there. While you are learning, it should be like carpentry. You learn carpentry by applying it. Similarly, English or Hindi or maths needs to be learned by applying, not by testing skills later. And anywhere where testing skills later is being used, those subjects should be discarded. There is no need to teach children how many rivers are there in India and the names of all the rivers or the names of all the states. Nobody is interested these days. You instead teach them, how to manifest a reality they desire, how to manifest an ice cream, how to be peaceful in a day, how to meditate, how to be less angry if mama scolds them, and how to get papa to agree to buying a gift. Things like this which matter in everyday life: good communication skills, manifestation, positive thinking, and how to be okay if you don't get the gift you desire, how to be okay if your sister or brother fights with you, how to get over trauma if your grandparents die. These things require attention. These things the schools have to be taught. These are technical skills. These are not trial and error skills. They don't come on their own. 10% of the people get it on their own. 10% of the people are genius. 90% don't get on their own. The education system is meant for the 90%, not for the genius. So it has to teach people these skills which the genius use automatically to become successful in their life. And the genius also are not happy. So basically the focus needs to be more on happiness than on success, because focusing on success is like catching the nose from behind. You never catch it. And if you try to be happy with being successful, you are like this, where's the happiness? So you need to be happy with like this. Directly you can touch the nose. Why do you need this? Why do you need the long route of memorizing 100 formulas of chemistry, or making maps of India, and learning noun pronoun, learning Sanskrit tables, learning mathematical tables? You don't need all this. You need positive thinking skills. You need basic English, basic maths, mental maths, and otherwise the calculator does all the work. And you don't need to be a calculator to be happy. Calculators are not happy. Calculators are mechanical beings. You need emotional management skills, conflict resolution, parts integration, understanding how to overcome anxiety. All this can be very easily taught in schools all over the world. And for some reason this is not being taught in schools. Schools are only teaching what was being taught 200 years ago, because it wasn't taught then and people were angry. Okay, we made such good education systems and nobody is teaching. Like in India, if you ask them to change the education system, they say, okay, let's go back to the Vedas. No, it doesn't work, because if the Vedas had to work, they would have worked then. Definitely mantras are useful. I listen to a lot of mantras daily. I am a Hindu. I listen to Hindu mantras. But that is my personal choice. It cannot be an imposed choice. You can definitely expose children to mantras, to music, and let them hear, and if they vibrate with it, let them do it themselves. But what you have to teach them is simplified mantras, actual positive thinking skills. Focus on the top of your head when you are upset. The thoughts won't come, and slowly the desire to be upset will go away. Teach them to focus on the top of their head for 1 minute after every half an hour. The constant negative thoughts will go away. You cannot think if you are focusing on the top of your head. Focus on the smile. If you are focusing on the smile, you are focusing here again. You cannot think when you are focusing on the smile. So negative thinking is erased for that moment. When negative thinking is erased, anxiety lowers, anger lowers, violence lowers, terrorism lowers. Injustice happens to everyone, all of us. And if you focus on injustice, it keeps growing. It keeps growing to an extent where you become angry and you become a monster yourself. That is the idea of injustice, that it grows so much inside you that it makes you an unjust person. So you have to curtail it at a point where you don't feel that injustice is happening for you, by focusing on something positive. And over time, if justice has to come, it comes if it is karmically due. But if injustice is coming because it is teaching you some lessons, like you may be a very rude person in a past life, and so you are getting people around you who are very rude to you, and the learning for you is then that you should not be rude. So in that case, once the learning comes, the injustice goes away on its own. So these are karmic balances which come, and you understand them only when you meditate. You cannot understand them if you don't meditate. However, for basic daily living, you can still teach conflict resolution, you can teach parts integration, basic meditation, and basic creativity, basic creation, visualization, spoken English, so that children don't have to go to schools, to special schools to learn English as they do now, linguistic schools. In the villages, there are children are asked to be promoted through grades, because practically everyone understands that they cannot understand, they do not have nourishment, they are poor children, and they are promoted through grades without having any idea of English, and they are passed in English without giving any credits in tests. So instead of doing that, teach spoken English and don't take tests. Let them be promoted. Don't let education decide what kind of jobs they will get. Let their practical skills decide what kind of jobs they will get. Let each job have its own test instead of the metric marks or the college marks. Let each job have its own test, and then the student can learn on the job. Once he has the basic knowledge of English, maths, and science, he can learn on the job whatever is required for that job. And if he wants to change the job, like suppose you are in a job like acting, which is extremely tiring on your sensibilities, you have to play a different person each time. So you can do it for maybe 5 to 10 years, but more than that it starts taxing on you, because how long can you be someone else? So it does lead you to depression and alcoholism and addictions of different types, or madness. Acting has that side effects. So you would want to change that kind of job. So you should have the ability that saving money, financial management, this can be taught in education, so that then you can save the money and you can do something you like at a later stage. So education needs to teach practical skills of everyday life than focus on chemistry or war history and teaching how many people died for the country. Teaching children that people died for your country is actually teaching them that the world is divided into parts and you have to compete to survive. You instead have to teach them that you have to be compassionate and the world can become one whole. Internet has already integrated the whole world as one. We simply have to do it on paper. Otherwise, people are thinking similar anyways. So education is extremely important. According to God, it is the key, because the 10% that rule the world are the literate, and even if they are politicians or businessmen, these people are creative, and these are the people who have somehow either betrayed the education system, left the education system, or disobeyed the rules and made their own rules to survive. So this 10%, the way they rose above difficulties and became confident and positive in everyday life, this has to be taught to the 90%, so that the majority of the population is gaining from education and not suffering because of an education system which is designed to create slaves. As it is now, it is designed to create clerks and slaves of the politicians or the celebrities. So that creates a lot of aggressive children and adults who become rapists and murderers. And when you actually go to hang them or question them, they are so angry with you, the murderers and the rapists, because they feel that they have been so abused all their childhood, and all their dreams have been crushed, and that is why they are raping, or that is why they are murdering. So you do not want to give an education system where children feel abused or crushed. You want an education system where children feel loved and respected and allowed to express themselves. So the education system is a major reform which needs to be done with the coming of the new age. It is a very difficult process, because the people who are ruling the education system right now are very rigid, and if you ask them to change, they just go back to the old times. Like if you ask them to change the Indian education system, they want to teach the Vedas again. The Vedas cannot be taught. If it was successful, teaching of Vedas then, when we made them, it would have led to a change in the world then itself. It did not, because people could not transfer the theory into practice. If you want to teach Vedas, take out the essence in a common linguistic language like English or Hindi, and teach them the essence. Don't teach the actual Sanskrit words. If you want to teach them vibrational movements, teach them switch codes. Switch codes are numerical vibrations. They are not actually in any language. They are just numbers. So everyone can relate to them. So make it simplified. Don't teach them complex things. Teach them applied things as much as possible. Just apply it. Apply the Veda in everyday life. If you chant the Gayatri mantra, you have to teach it in a way that it is very simple for them. They can simply copy it, or they can simply listen to it on audio, or they can simply understand the essence of it and chant the essence. For example, if you say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, it means that bring out the lotus in you, and the lotus means the ball of wisdom inside you. So you can simply say that teach them to say that I am bringing out the ball of wisdom from inside myself, instead of saying Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So as much as you simplify, that much the common person will relate to the education, and the 90% which is suffering till now will gain. So this video was about reforming the education system in a way that the 90% who are suffering till now start gaining from it. And God has finally a world which praises God for creating the world, than a world which is blaming God all the time. Right now it is like blaming God, that you don't do this, you don't do that. So God wants a world, God would prefer that the world says that okay, this was done and that was done, and so much was created, and this is such a wonderful world to live in, and we gain so much from living in this world. So a world where you would appreciate God, and you would appreciate life force, and you would appreciate being happy, and you would appreciate the things which make you happy, instead of saying that this person has that and that person has that, instead of competing. If you have a compassionate attitude, and this can be taught only through education. Education has to be made non-competitive and compassionate. Even if it takes 20 years, even if it takes 200 years, it's worth it. Thank you. I hope that you can use this in everyday life to be more positive, and make efforts to be positive. Read up books and make efforts, exercises, mental exercises to be positive in everyday life. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.